and they don't need no friends as long as they gaze on Waterloo Sunset. They are in paradise. Hello, it's Nate from Echo City Music Lab. Welcome to another tutorial video. I'm going to do an older song today. It's Waterloo Sunset by the Kinks. I have a list of tutorials to shoot, and this song just kind of skipped the line because I've been obsessed with it this week and it just feels right to do it. It's a super nostalgic, kind of reflective song. I'm actually moving this next week, and so I think something about the vibe just resonated with my headspace, and I've been really feeling that. This might sound over dramatic, but this song reminds me like why I love music. Even before you add in like the bittersweet poetic lyrics, just the chords and the melody, the notes of the melody just totally communicate the feeling, like you feel it, and I think that's amazing. Anyway, if you don't know this song already, I hope I didn't build it up too much for you. Let's just get into it. I want to start off with 3 chords that are used a lot in this song. The first one is going to be E major, so that's E, G sharp, and B. The next one's going to be B major, but we're actually going to do an inversion of it where the B's on top. So it's going to be D sharp, F sharp, and B. And the third chord is at A major, but once again, we're going to do an inversion on that, and it's going to be C sharp, E, and A. And for this version of it, whenever it's doing this chord progression, the left hand's going to do fifths. So here's my E major, and the left hand just does the outer 2 notes, so E and B. Fifths is probably the wrong way to think about it though, because for these inverted chords, if you do the same thing, which is what I'm doing, where you play the outside notes of the chords, that's actually a sixth. But same thing, so we've learned the right hand chords, the left hand's just doing the same thing, but omitting the middle note. So for the B major, the left hand's gonna do D sharp and B, and that's why it's B over D sharp in the chord chart, because the lowest note being played by the left hand, which you kind of hear as the bass note, is a D sharp. And then for the A major over C sharp, left hand's doing C sharp and A. Dirty old river, must you keep rolling, flowing into the night. Getting a little ahead of ourselves actually, because now that we learn those chords, we can address the intro. The song starts with this cool thing where the right hand's doing the B we were talking about, and the left hand just every 2 counts is stepping down the bass notes. The song's in the key of E major. So those are the collection of notes that you're stepping down. So for that part of the intro, I'm doing with the left hand what we were learning before. And the right hand is playing the signature melody that the vocals sing in the verse. So for that, I kept kind of hopping my second finger down as the hand position needed to shift. There's one slightly awkward moment where the hands kind of overlap. Check it out. So right there, you could either go and play it with your thumb, which is already on it, or if it's easier to hold down the rhythm, you can just kind of... So we're in that verse. Dirty old river, must you keep rolling, flowing into the night. So I'm just doing nice, easy quarter note chords in the right hand while holding out the left hand. Or you could do 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3 for the left hand. I think I'm actually going to do it that way, but simple is fine too. Okay, there's just 2 more sections to learn. Next is the but I don't need no friends as long as I gaze on Waterloo. And then we're back to the progression we were doing before. For this section, I'm just going to do single bass notes instead of the fifths. First, we've got an F sharp minor. That's F sharp, A, and C sharp. And I'm going to use my second finger on the left hand as the bass note. Then we're going to step down. So I'm going to just cross my thumb under for this next note, F. For the C sharp major over F. And that's F, G sharp, and C sharp. Next, we've got F sharp minor over E. So it's the same F sharp minor chord we were playing with the right hand a second ago, but the left hand's on an E. People might be annoyed that I put this as an F sharp over E in the chord chart.
Really? It's an F sharp minor 7.
But F sharp over E seemed to be a little more straightforward in terms of how we're arranging it and thinking about it, so that's what I did. And then after that, we go to B. The right hand can do the inversion we've been doing, but this time I didn't do B over D sharp in the chord chart because the bass line definitely hits that low B before resolving back up to E. But I don't need no friends as long as I gaze on Waterloo Sunset. I am in paradise. Once again, for this section, I'm just going to do single bass notes. We've just ended up at, as long as I gaze on Waterloo Sunset, I am in paradise. And then we're going to do up to A major, and we're going to do root position this time. So A, C sharp, E, and with my left hand, I'm just doing an A. Next is C sharp minor over G sharp. So that's an inversion of C sharp minor. We've got a G sharp, a C sharp, and a E, and the left hand is just doing that G sharp. Notice how easy it is to get between those chords. From the A major, we just step down the bottom note in both hands, and then we're going to land on F sharp major. So F sharp, A sharp, and C sharp. So it's kind of this burst of chords that's a transitional moment, and the rhythm's kind of complicated, but I'll play it slow and count it out once, and then I bet you can get it by ear. So, as long as I gaze on Waterloo Sunset, I am in paradise. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. So we're ending on the downbeat of a measure on this F sharp major. Once we're on the F sharp major, the right hand's going to hang out on that for a little bit while the left hand just steps down bass notes. So you'll cross the thumb under for F sharp over E, then an F sharp over D sharp, an F sharp over C sharp, and then a B, and then we're going to go from there to an E major. After we've gotten to that E, it loops around again. So that fast transitional moment, the stepping down, and then this time when it gets to the B, you're going to start with your left hand thumb and step down those bass notes just like we did in the intro. Okay, that's a lot. I'm just going to play it through. I think it'll make more sense. So from the end of the previous section, as long as I gaze on Waterloo Sunset, I am in paradise. Here, I'll take it slow. 1, 2. Every day I look at the world from my window. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Chilly, chilly is the evening time. Waterloo Sunset's fine. Terry meets Julie, and then we're in the next verse. And the rhythm for most of that is 2 counts on everything that's happening, but the B before the E2 is a full measure. Okay, that's pretty much everything. So after 2 more verses, it goes to an outro where it returns to that instrumental bit where the right hand is doing the vocal melody. So 3, 4, and then it goes to this kind of surprising B at the end. And it just hangs out on that until the song's over. I think on the recording it fades out. We can just kind of feel out what feels right. And then for 2 measures on that, and then Waterloo Sunset's fine. And I'm actually going to do the fifths in the left hand, B and F sharp together, as we bring the song home. All right, cool. I hope that helped you get towards playing your own cover of this song. If you enjoyed this and want to see more tutorials like it, please subscribe and hit the notification so you'll know every time I release a new one. And so now, tinged with the bittersweet feeling of life transitions and moving, this background will not be in the future videos. Here's my version of Waterloo Sunset by the Kinks. Dirty old river, must you keep rolling, flowing into the night? People so busy, make me feel dizzy, taxi lights shine so bright. But I don't need no friends, as long as I gaze on Waterloo Sunset, I am in paradise. Every day I look at the world through my window. Chilly, chilly is the evening time. Waterloo Sunset's fine. Terry meets Julie at Waterloo Station every Friday night. But I am so lazy, don't want to wander, I stay at home at night. But I don't feel afraid, as long as I gaze on Waterloo Sunset, I am in paradise. Every day I look at the world from my window. Chilly, chilly is the evening time. Waterloo Sunset's fine. Millions of people swarming like flies round Waterloo Underground. But Terry and Julie cross over the river where they feel safe and sound. And they don't need no friends, as long as they gaze on Waterloo Sunset, they are in paradise. Waterloo sunset's fine.